It's an incredible gift that he has to be able to make people feel more than what they are. And to continue to build people up. I think it's a testimony to his great leadership. So again, give Tim a great round of applause. So on behalf of my wife Cindy and myself, I want you each to know how grateful and honored we are to work with each and every one of you, to see you and to see the excitement in your eyes, and the enthusiasm. There's nothing like living in passion. There's nothing like living in faith. And to be here, you're able to do that. Again, I feel an honor and a privilege to be part of this great community. And I get to talk about leadership today. I get to talk about that, but I think we've all been hearing about leadership all morning, haven't we? Truly. I mean, you've been hearing from the start, as John laid out some of the foundation, and of course, as Isaac talked about, what did he talk about? Community, right? Servant leadership. I read a story about the Sioux Indians. Do we have any American natives in the house? The Sioux Indians, they knew that the true measure of a leader is character. And they had a great way of measuring character when they were choosing their leaders. And the Dakota Sioux warrior, Sitting Bull, wanted to be a chief. He wanted to be a chief, but yet so did another young rival. So the elders got together and they had a plan. All right, let's figure this out. They found a young, handsome Sioux warrior, kind of like a Josh Wiles type. And they said, go to these two and tell them that you had stolen their wife. Now, stealing a man's wife in Sioux culture was a very serious charge. In fact, you could choose to kill the offender, which is what the first candidate immediately decided to do. He went and grabbed his rifle and he went chasing after this young warrior. Chasing caused a huge disturbance within the camp, and they had to intervene before it went too far. Told them what was happening, and that didn't really happen. They told Sitting Bull the same thing. But instead of trying to kill this warrior, he offered him his horse. He gave him blankets and other necessary items for survival on the plains. He wanted his wife to be well taken care of. You see, Sitting Bull knew that to be a chief, you had to put your own desires aside, your own ego. You had to subjugate yourself to that for the betterment of the community. And as the elders watched him put his jealousy aside, for not only the community, but to take care of his wife, they had found their guy. And see, over his lifetime, he continued down this path, and eventually led him to become one of the great warriors, and an integral part of American history. He continued to give to his community. Not only was he a tremendous warrior, but he wasn't a warrior that led from behind. You know, Dwight Eisenhower was chosen to lead the alliance during World War II. He stretched a piece of string out on a table when he was talking to his commanding generals, and he said, "Gentlemen, you're always like this piece of string. If you push it from behind, it just doubles up on itself and gets tangled. Leaders must be led from the front." And Sitting Bull knew this. He would charge in with the people that he was telling to charge. He didn't do things he told other people to do. In fact, it was a very interesting fact about him that he didn't go in with a tomahawk. He didn't go in with the knives. He went in barehanded many times and would just disarm his opponent, not even trying to kill him, to assert dominance. Pretty aggressive. But he was there, and he cared about his people, whether he agreed with them or not. See, he understood it wasn't just about his own little clique. It was about uniting the tribe. Much bigger than just his own tribe. It was about the community and his people. See, that's what being a great leader is about. It's subjugating your own ego, putting that aside, and you can see that in the Ben Shabbat family, can't you? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. See, leadership, and most people say,